What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. You might be wondering, hey, Ray, why are you doing a Danganronpa video on Wednesday? Well, I decided that on videos that are focusing on the case itself, I'm going to double time it. Meaning, you're getting both parts in 1 week. So, yeah. That's something to actually be happy about, because... Okay, so that should do it. How do I... Sorry, it was something with audio with previous videos I was recording, and then all this happened. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to control it. I don't know, because makes things shaky. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that, so I'm just gonna hope for the best and see where this goes. Okay. I hope it doesn't make my voice like echoey, because that would be like a thing that would suck. Okay, so last time we were focusing on the case of what happened and who killed Pookie and Hyoko. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the most happy when it comes to the fact that 2 people died. Even if one of them is Hyoko. And let me tell you, she is a literal pain in the butt, so really not really feeling so bad for her. So, well, not completely bad. I mean, it's sad that she died, but I'm not going to go over the top about it and make any complaints about it, because, well, she was a literal asshole. There is literally nothing else to say about the subject. She was a total jerk, and it seemed at times she didn't really care about anyone, except for Mahiru. That was really it. So, yeah. Found some interesting clues, so let's hope that I can figure this out, because this case kind of compels me. I mean, it's complicated to the biggest degree that even I can't figure out fully. I mean, basically, what's happening is the fact that someone sabotaged the time of when people were killed. And that's really the case. Which is totally a problem, because it means there's only a limited amount of people that can actually do something. Well, honestly, I can make like a list of people, because I've been thinking about this whole murder case over and over again. So apparently, Ibuki and Hyoko died way before the time I figured they were gonna die. I mean, the time of when we thought they died, so yeah. The only problem is I don't know fully what to go off from there and how it's possible. because there's no recording system on the cameras. But what I think happened, and call me crazy, but maybe this stuff on the floor is a broken set of monitors and cameras. And someone took the real one. It's either that or someone took it and brought it back to the scene of the crime just to break it. Because I don't remember it being on the floor when I saw Ibuki's dead body for the first time. Plus, the killer had to be able to come to the concert hall? Music hall? Yeah, concert hall. So, yeah, that has to be the case. So yeah, it's either one of those two theories. But even then, finding out who the killer is going to be a lot harder than it looks. Because for one, the killer could pretty much be anyone at this case. Someone could have went to the hospital on their own at any time and done this. Because it's obvious that Ibuki might have died first. If not, she was almost dead before Hiyoko saw her die. Or in the worst case scenario, someone found Hiyoko while they were going to the music hall and got jumped because they were in their way. Or Hiyoko saw everything through the thing, and when the killer went in there to get some supplies, they saw her, killed her, and all that. This is basically the biggest problem. I don't know how Hiyoko died. And Ibuki's death. I don't know who died first. One thing is that the killer could have tricked Ibuki because she's so naive at the time. And Ibuki would have followed them. Or they told Ibuki to go hang themselves, and Hiyoko saw this, and oh, this is the biggest problem here. But this person would have to be noticed, because they would have to leave before Hiyoko left. I don't think it's Sonia, and I don't think it's Chiaki. I know that for sure. I mean, Kazuichi is a possible case, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it's Fuyuhiko 100% sure, because his door was technically locked, so... Plus, it would have to be somewhere between the... Well, there's Mikan, because she probably wouldn't have been alerted unless someone came in. So, two possibilities is... Now, wait, it has to be one killer. So it can't be anyone who was sick. Because that was another theory I had. Nagito probably told Ibuki if it would be better for her to go. And she probably would have done that. But she probably would have done it in her room. That's the problem. Akane was in no case to do that. So, the sick people are clear. Meaning, my only suspects are Mikan, Kazuichi, Gundam, and probably Fuyuhiko. But that's like a complete maybe. Like, it's so much of a maybe that it's very unlikely to be true, but yeah. I can only figure out as the case goes on. Okay, so everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monument Rock. And soon enough... Welcome! Is everyone here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Wait! Hey, jerk! Hold it right there. What? Don't you get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells. My brain works fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I see, so you come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died. That sounds like you say. Oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's say he's absent. Now, then, I gotta go first. Hold on! I won't let you escape! Hey! Well, that was kind of pointless. I highly doubt he will let Nekomaru die. He would more likely target Akane, for sure, but still... Yeah, I don't think he would target Nekomaru. That would be completely dumb. Hey, did you hear what he said? Huh? Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off. Damn it! Of course, he's not dead. There's no way in a million years. Well... More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happened here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you excited about that? How about it? Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough. See? Then let's go. I'm gonna do it! Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Okay, so... Well... If it was just one person, it wouldn't have been too bad, but... Now we lost 2, and we're gonna lose another. And this... third chapter, we're gonna lose 3 people. This sucks. Everyone went inside Monokuma Rock. Yep. Nobody said a word. We had so many people before. Sorry, got something stuck in my throat. As we stood there, trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Dang, we lost so many people. We lost a total of 6 people already, and now we're gonna lose 7. We're literally at the halfway point of the whole class. The elevator doors open slowly, almost tangentially so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. Oh. My. It feels pretty toothless. With all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. True. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him. No! He's probably still down.
No.
Why bother? What?
Well
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of a long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. So, the current of the 3rd class trial was about to open. Buki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. And I was with her. All my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Yoko Sanji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. She was trying to change herself. She was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those 2 is among us. I definitely can't believe it. Oh, I see what they did with Nekomaru, because he's an unknown. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Buki and Yoko's sake. So the current to the 3rd class trial was about to open. This light-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Okay. Okay. The timely doesn't decrease even if you shoot the statement. Oh shoot. Oh dang, I actually forgot. How could I be a fool? Clock up. Maneuver. Moonsault. Guess I'm gonna have to wait for those. I got no choice. Let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Oh yeah, you were out of it, so you wouldn't know.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Oh damn. Savage.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
He's insulting you, Akane. Don't.
Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed
Thank you,
with the
Chiaki.
trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
That's true.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Yes, that's true.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
That is very true. Plus the time it would take to get from there and back makes it less possible that Fuyuhiko was the one to cause it. Because even if he did go back to sleep, if you missed the dead-on timeline, bam. So it's less likely that he would be the cause. Plus, if you want to get rid of evidence of when the body disappeared, when the body was actually dead, even if it was a short time, you would have to put the heat up to a very high temperature. It was only mid, so not room temperature, but hotter than room temperature.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera before our scheduled time.
Yeah?
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
I'll take a peek. It still leads to a few people being suspects.
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a head bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the handbag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital.
Wait, that wasn't something you said before? Wasn't that thing she said before that she couldn't really rest because she wanted to make sure everyone else was alright? So she went to check on Ibuki and Akane. Then she said Ibuki was gone.
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I fled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
No, that doesn't sound
Don't
right.
say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
Yeah.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
What? Are you saying I'm the killer? Are you serious? Then again, I can't really blame him. Technically, I'm the only person that knew what was going on. And I don't really have a solid alibi for the beginning half. For the second half, I can honestly say I do, but not the first half.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now.
And when I mean the first half, I mean like the,
It's clearly suspicious.
The hospital where I find out Ibuki died.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body,
Yeah.
then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
You are really annoying, Nagato. It's just as Kazuichi said. Nagato's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it! I shouldn't have explained it to Nagato. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Okay, how do I beat his argument? I'll tell the key, scrap piece of paper. Movie?
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
Okay, sorry, it's been a while for me. Okay, fire with left, hit the pink with right. Move with the mouse. WASD keys. Handbook. Fast forward argument. Left. Okay, so that's how I. Okay, so. Give me a second. I gotta memorize this real quick.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault. Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault. Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony... Then the fact that Ibuki...
That would also be it. I don't think I can deny. After all,
Why would Hajime...
well, obviously because
Did Hajime kill both...
The fact that the bodies were... No, that's wrong!
I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
warm up. This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! Sonia and Kazuichi!
Me too?
What the hell? Why is it gonna be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, We should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall! Is this his professional skill?
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside,
They tried to keep us from getting
in.
It seems they were trying to...
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a...
The lock was on the floor and...
Are you talking about the broken door?
You can use that as a bolt. By doing that, the killer waited till we gathered and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the...
By locking the door from the inside,
No, that's wrong! Wait a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside. From the outside? How? There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe? I see!
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue. Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed
to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What does that mean? Seriously.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
Yes. That is technically the case, Gundam.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Yeah.
Even quick work has limits.
Aww, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
What?
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Early.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right?
Yeah.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
I don't think it's Gundam's. Yeah. With Hiko's certain confidence, and the fact he never knew about the clue kind of points to him being safe too. He still need an alibi from Kazuichi and Sonia. But this also leaves another possibility. That camera is supposed to only work within range of the music venue and the hospital. So the only way this would work is if the same events that could lead to someone committing suicide appeared at the same place. So in all honesty, that leaves limited room. There's no other buildings. The hotel room can't be used because the camera needs to be there. Even Kazuichi built up range can only go so far. So it's possible that maybe the other direction, but that would lead to the movie theater, right?
That's right, but what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck on the baton light in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Okay. Let's do this. Nope. Hell. Wait. Wall. Okay. Where is... Okay, I know what I need, but... Hey! Wall? Frick! Oh, shit. Pape. Frick. Pape. Dang it! Connect them. Yes! Oh my gosh! That was the longest thing I have ever had to deal with.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes. That was the longest one I had to deal with.
There should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Yeah.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
Uh-huh.
Right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting, tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Uh-huh.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearance?
Isn't it obvious? The wallpaper was used to hide her
A mere
body.
nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Hmm. Yeah. Duh. Are you serious? Here we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Why did Hyoko's body finally appear? It was hidden. Yeah. It was hidden. And speed up, speed up, speed up. Oh, come on. Question 2. What did the killer use the wallpaper? Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, but yeah. Frick! Frick! Oh, it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay, so question 3. How did the wallpaper hide? They covered the pillar. Right? Yeah, they covered the pillar. Yep,
It's all coming together.
that it did.
Got it. Kyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
That is true.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hit the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Kyoko's body was already there.
Yeah, it did seem thicker than the other half.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Wait, oh shoot, I forgot to look at the
So
ground.
they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
I think I'm starting to understand who the killer is.
Then the reason the wallpaper was
But this is a bit of a stumble right here.
That's how they hid Kyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music room.
I'm now suspicious of two people now.
But the killer made a mistake. He accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on him.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed? Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't
What?
eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
well, she is a rabbit.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Yeah, but it didn't seem really intentional, I guess.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Not really. If someone actually tried stabbing some stuff into her, then I would say that it would be true.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Yeah,
Based
don't
on
know
what
about
we
that
know,
one.
The reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Because they like to let their accomplice escape, to mix up killing order. I think that might be it.
I see!
Makes sense.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Choked to death. Choked to death. When hanging, you have a neck pain or a broken neck. Okay, so someone was actually trying to choke Ibuki to death, and Hiyoko saw it at the last minute. last second before they could accomplish it?
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
No one said anything, Gundam.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so right as the sylph's feather.
Oh, you didn't look at her feet. Okay, got it.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Okay, let's do this.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Seems like you're annoying Chiaki.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, okay, let's just clarify this thing. Okay, so, it's obviously he's talking about the blood on the... Yeah, that.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something? Crime scene?
Frick.
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something.
No.
So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
I know what I'm supposed to find.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on...
I am telling you to present. Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on... Was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes!
I agree with that.
There we go.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Exactly.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Motherfucker.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Okay. Let's get this over with, Gundam.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good one. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Just bring it
You're
on.
so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Let's just get this over with. No. Hotel? Rope? Surveillance monitor? Smudge on the floor. There we go.
The blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to he. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Despite his exaggerated protests, I feel like I've already seen an opening to this counter. Is this
You're saying the
trap?
blood on Ibuki's feet. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just a. Did you see a nice nightmare?
Frick.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go. I accidentally pressed the other button.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
It's on the floor. Let's send you to. We're gonna send you to school, Gundam.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Yeah.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Or maybe they did, but just had to seal it up so they wouldn't give evidence.
That bleeder was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence for us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's
Correct.
decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Okay. Does that mean we're cool? Because if you have nothing else to say, let's continue the case, shall we?
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Hmm.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Okay.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide.
Same as always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me? Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That
That's
wouldn't work.
totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, the killer could have actually told Ibuki to kill Hyoko. But Ibuki's death was strangulation.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Correct.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Is he trying to eliminate all possibilities within the subject? So that no one can actually just outright say something ridiculous like that?
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
Okay.
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. He has something that even sounds so sensible that no one can figure out.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Well, Ibuki was completely naive at the time. So maybe... Actually, someone would need to notice right away when I activate, when someone was in the infirmary. So either they watched us enter, or something else.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
That is true.
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then
Correct.
our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
That is very true.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Okay.
The video Hajime saw was actually live?
That is the case. A live video of fake sequence of events. Alright. Plus, the person would have to know when someone was at the hospital and someone would be in the lobby. It still comes down to two people.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body of the music video a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, That means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
I don't think so.
I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Why not Operation Destroy Alibi? Because Mikan's account, Sonia's. Oh man, this is frick. I think it's one of these.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
Yes, that's true.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Okay, what was Fuyuhiko's account? Mikan's account, okay. Okay, Mikan's clear. Fuyuhiko's account is after Fuyuhiko met Mikan. Okay. Sonia's account. Okay.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Yeah, there were. Okay. Person who doesn't have the alibi for that time. Sonia.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement.
I need to see this some stuff. I need to see this stuff. Okay. It's not that. It's not the motel. It's not the scrap of paper. No. 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 Can't be the surveillance. Can't be the AC. Okay, it has to be Mikan, Fuyuhiko, or Sonia's account. I think I can agree with Fuyuhiko. After Fuyuhiko met with Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electrical Avenue. But they didn't find anyone apparently. Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Okay, so I guess I gotta agree with Fuyuhiko.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
Or
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be. That's not an
Aside from those afflicted by, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
this is hard. I need to think this through. So we need to figure this out. We can't play around with this situation. Let me check the bullets. Onakuma File 3. Blood splatter. It has no relevance to the case. Hotel room. No, that has nothing to do with it. Paper, no. Okay, Nikon's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement. Huh. Surveillance camera. Fuyuhiko's account. Sonia's account.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Yeah.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
I think it's
So everyone who
Mikon?
stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody...
No, that's wrong.
Mikon can vouch for me, so I have an alibi.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Yeah.
In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up.
Oh! No.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
No, Kazuichi, no.
People asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not
Chucky, did you pout?
Tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think
Yeah.
about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
What are you
Faking the time
thinking?
the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much. That's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason? That's the case. Are we still in the killer's trap? Is that a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Okay, this is actually getting hard.
Hiya!
So with that said, If this is the case, then things have gotten really hard. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is part 1 of the class trial. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, hit the notification button, be notified immediately when a new video comes out. Hit the notification button to be notified immediately when... Oh wait, I already said that. My bad. Tell me who you think the killer is. At this point, I don't believe the time is as it said. Because if it's true, Gundam was outside. So if he saw Hiyoko and killed her before, so it can't be true right there. The killer probably mended the thing. So that would mean that the murders happened last minute. No, wait, no. Shoot, I lost my thought process there. So what that means, I have still 2 possible suspects. And I really don't like the fact of them both being the suspects. Without a doubt, I don't think it's Fuyuhiko. He seems too lost in the case just to be called the killer. And it still comes down to the 2 people who would know the camera system the best. Well, kind of. Well, there's 2 people who would know this. Because the only problem is, someone would have to know I was in the hospital. And they would have to understand the range and all that. So unless someone was spying on me and Mikon while we were on our way to the hospital, I can only think of 2 people that can actually fulfill this. One is Kazuichi, and the other is Mikon. This got tough. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!